Hello and welcome! Tonight on the show, we are itching for some Bitchin Chipotle sauce. We are so glad to have you. Welcome to the show. It's week 2 of Sauce-tober. This is Sauce Spoken.
And we're back. We are Sauce Spoken. We're the podcast detailing your favorite sauces, dips, and condiments. My name's Adam, and I'll be your host. And I'm joined here this week by my co-host, Tori.
Hi there, howdy. Welcome to the Sauce Ranch. And I, for one, am excited as hell to have you around. And to my right, I know he's excited too. He's been voted the most frugal bachelor in Pittsburgh. Believe it or not, just recently in a little magazine in town. But yeah, so welcome to the show, our co-host and good friend, of course, E.
Because he's cheap.
I can't even disagree with you guys. I'm almost proud of the award, really.
Yeah.
The magazine did a whole little write-up on me and everything.
Big write-up is right.
Frugal in a smart way, though. You're frugal in, like, the dumb way.
Oh, for sure. No, the 109 Kickstarters that I backed says otherwise.
109.
I was thinking more about the incident that you were just telling us about before we started the show.
Oh, yeah, that one.
But before we go any further, it's time to catch up with the hosts.
Time to catch up.
Eric, do you want to tell us about how you managed to avoid paying a CPA only to fuck your taxes up and get slapped with a charge from the IRS?
It really wasn't a charge. It was the same amount that I could have.
It took me 3 whole weeks to do them, so basically, it was free.
Yeah, I whip up my taxes at the last minute because that's just the way I.
You don't save your tax paperwork either. You just throw them away when they come in. Apparently,
that's not true. I save all my tax papers, and I just don't have monthly. I don't have a monthly statement from my bank. I do it all like electronically. So, yeah, I don't know. Other than that, it's
what does your bank have to do with any of this?
Because that was the dispute is that I received all my COVID reimbursement funds or whatever.
Reimbursement
I don't know
funds.
what they were called. I forget.
Stimulus checks?
Yeah, stimulus checks.
I got my COVID reimbursement, Ma.
I spent so much money on COVID, you wouldn't believe it. I finally got reimbursed for it.
That is what I got paid for when I was sick with COVID. I did get reimbursed with.
Luckily, you didn't learn anything from that experience.
That's right. That was full.
You got reimbursed. Anyways, how was the rest of your week, Eric?
It's been good. It's been busy. I had jury duty yesterday, so that was an interesting civic
duty fulfilled.
Civic duty,
check.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was kind of neat. Went downtown Pittsburgh and got into the courthouse and sat around a lot.
And how long did it take you guys to arrive at death penalty?
It was only like 2 hours. Yeah, it was quick.
You take a deck of cards or something with you down there?
I just ended up just grabbing my phone. I figured I'd
Can you imagine being the defendant and some guys over there just playing solitaire?
I was shocked.
The future of your life hangs in the balance.
I was shocked at the people. I was watching people, play like Candy Crush and stuff on their phones the whole time. I mean, I get it. We really weren't doing anything, but there was like a video they had us watch.
Just holding a man's fate in your hands,
Which was like a judge explaining the whole judicial process and how it's such a great honor to be on the jury and what amendment it's from and all this. And I was like, should I be taking notes? Are they going to quiz us on this? Like,
wow.
What is this leading up to? And then it led up to nothing because they must have settled. So we were all dismissed after 2 hours.
This is a criminal case, right?
We don't even know. I didn't even know what the case was until you don't hear any information other than the fact that you have to be present because they haven't settled yet.
Okay.
And then
that's all mine was too when I went.
They're given the option to settle that morning. One last chance, change your mind, or was this going to go to court?
I'm thinking that if they settled, that it must have been a civil case, right? Because if it was a criminal case, you don't settle. You could take a plea deal.
You could take a plea deal, right? So you don't know which. Right? You still don't even know which one they did. Did they settle? Did they plea?
Okay.
You're just dismissed as a juror.
Okay. You're used to that behavior.
Yes.
Being dismissed.
Dismissed.
No, man.
You missed the other key things that we did this past weekend. We had an exciting weekend, Eric. That was just this past week.
That's right. Well, I was going to let Tori talk about it.
Tori, how was your week this week?
Oh, my week was terrific. We went axe throwing. Yeah, we went axe throwing. And,
for what
and by
occasion?
This time, my wife's birthday.
We actually timed that perfectly. I don't know if you're aware of that, but on the episode that came out today, we talked about that. And that was just that we finally hit our timing perfectly. That's all I have to say about that.
Wow, very nice. Yeah, so we went axe throwing last weekend, and that was a real treat. I did really good up until when it mattered. And that was in the final showdown at the
final countdown.
Yeah. Between my wife and I, we were, I don't know, the 1 and 8th seed or whatever that was.
Right.
Going into that tournament. And she went, as they say in baseball, worst to first.
Yeah, and I didn't throw it. I know that. I mean, I threw the axe, but I didn't throw the competition. And I don't think you did either. I think she legitimately beat us.
No, she legitimately just out aimed and stuck that axe into those boards. Yeah. It was pretty amazing.
She had the will to succeed, I guess.
I would say so.
Mind to it.
But we were all having a good time. That's for sure.
She was drinking too.
Yeah,
she wasn't even sober.
Yingling.
So it's not like we had that. She had that advantage over us.
Of all things, yeah.
So
she just has all those years of weightlifting and kickboxing behind her.
Right. Axe throwing definitely translates.
Right.
To those skills.
I'm still not convinced there's not a bunch of axes down the back of your hill.
That's what I'm thinking too. They practice for weeks.
I can't even throw it.
Sharking. She's a shark's
bonk.
Yeah.
We also went to a little place called the Vault Tap Room. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct.
And Eric got a parking ticket. So
I sure did.
You saw both sides of the justice system this week, shall we say. Both perspectives. And you evaded your taxes, so you may get to see even another aspect of the judicial system, the after effects.
Yeah, the higher levels of it.
Yes.
I don't know why they're coming
pound
after
me in the ass prison, Eric.
There you go.
after nobody like me for a whole whopping $160. I don't think they're going to be
making false statements on my taxes. Why would they come after little old me?
I think that's justification just to blow it off even further.
Fraud,
right?
I mean, it's a little old E, man. You're good.
Eric,
don't listen to this.
You're actually going to go to prison for this, and I won't even. I'll feel too bad to even say I told you so. That's the shitty part.
Miss out on a really.
Oh hell yeah! I forgot to claim this $200 donation I made. Just make it up.
That's not how that works. That's absolutely not how that works. You don't just cancel taxes out with donations. It's not just an IOU check.
It's a dollar for dollar thing.
This is why you shouldn't be doing your own taxes, Eric. That's not how that fucking works. I just put in a new window, so it's all good.
Right, yeah. There's enough other ways that other people get around to paying their taxes, that's for sure.
People who
actually...
people who pay accountants, yes.
Yeah. Millionaires and yeah.
Yes,
the people that should be paying.
Not people that claim to have children they don't have.
I did not claim to have a child.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how that
Although
works.
That is what they are.
According to the IRS, you did.
Yeah, it was one of the 5 reasons in which they denied my tax return.
Eric, you're in trouble, dude.
It was one of the 5 reasons that they said it may have been, not actually saying that it's these reasons.
Eric.
It's saying that, like, we didn't really look that hard. We just think you don't deserve the $600 credit.
Eric.
That's all it came down to.
Go see a fucking accountant, for Christ's sakes. Don't do this.
Yeah, you know.
I'm not joking.
They're twiddling their thumbs now.
Yeah, exactly. They're looking for work. They're starving.
The IRS. That's
They're
right.
Just picking up jabronis like you that don't know any better at this point.
Except for a few hours ago, they actually already passed a stimulus, or not a stimulus, but a temporary bridge, a temporary bridge for the government to stay open. It was about 3 hours ago.
There are a bunch of jabronis out there too. We all know that. It's all true.
That's for sure.
Call a spade a spade.
I'll try Hulu without the ads next time. Government. Save a buck.
But anyway, so the Vault Tap Room was really fun. You got to pour your own beers, which I don't think there's any other place like that I've been to. That was kind of neat.
It was neat, for sure. I'm not certain I would go back.
I would go back.
Yeah, they charge you extra money to do the work of the bartender.
Pierre's mentioning that I think several of us had food that was cold as ice.
Oh, that's such a tragedy.
The beer was really good, and the food, like the fries and stuff I got that were hot, were great. And the appetizers were all really good.
The appetizers were good?
Cold as ice. I think your wife's was pretty cold, too.
She did say that, yeah.
I think her, me, and Big A all got served ice-cold food.
Wow.
You're as cold as ice!
One question that did cross my mind about that, and I'm probably asking the wrong person, but if I wanted someone like me, you wanted just a bottle of Yingling, could I go or do you have to get, like, upside-down unicycle spaceship ale weird shit?
I don't think they had a bar there.
Oh, they had a full bar for mixing
did?
drinks and everything.
Maybe.
So,
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe they have some bottled stuff if you had asked. Maybe.
No.
But good chance they probably didn't.
I thought it was fun.
I mean, but no thanks on the, Jefferson Starship, India Pale Ale, whatever weird shit's coming out.
But you liked the ice macchiato, kind of.
I liked a schleck of it.
Yeah.
There's no way.
It's easily overdone. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's some fine-ass waitresses there. I'll throw that out there.
Wow, waiting for that.
Which I'm going to tie that into tonight's episode because we're talking a lot about the waitresses at the tap house. We were talking about your wife. And this week we're going to be doing Bitchin sauce.
Oh, that's nice. That's
We're a
nice thing
podcast
to
that
say.
respects women and your wife too, Tori.
Thank you. Yeah, that's
And those poor waitresses that had to deal with our drunk asses.
you.
Yeah, mainly you.
But specifically, we're going to be talking about Chipotle bitchin' sauce. And it bears mentioning that this was a listener suggestion from a long-ass time ago. This was hard, but I'm going to say a little shout-out to my buddy Matt. Holla, Matt. If you're there, holla out loud. We'll give you 3.5 minutes of blank dead air to holla in, starting now. Okay. Anyways, Eric, do you want to go ahead and give us a little visual description on the outside of the container that we're looking at here? This was something I had to get from Whole Foods via Amazon because, and as we had mentioned, I don't go to the far, far away distant lands of Whole Food. I only do that online shopping for that, and I had to get a whole bunch of things in my cart for this, and they were out of the original bitchin' sauce. At this point, they only had the Chipotle one. As you all know, as we mentioned before, for this month, the month of Spooky Sauce-tober. Boo! We're doing sauces that have more of a strange, interesting texture or appearance to them. And I think we're going to try to plop some on a plate for you so you can really get a good picture of that, a good mental image of that texture. But without further ado, Eric, hit us with that visual description.
Yeah, I'd be happy to. So this actually was, you brought it in and it was set on the counter and I was doing other stuff and you said, hey, hand me the sauce. And I looked back at the counter and all I saw was this little flat plastic container. It looked like a hummus container.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought, is this the sauce? Where did this come from? It must be it. So, we have ourselves a slightly translucent, little tub, little round, looks like I said, like the size of like a nice hummus container. I got 8 ounces to it. It's
8 ouches.
Ouches. I'm gonna give you a pinch.
You got one big ouch today. We'll have to talk about later.
Oh,
Speaking
yeah.
of Tori's wife,
Oh, yeah.
nice.
That took me a minute.
1 ouch with the power of 7 or 8 ouches, whatever you said.
Yeah, it was impressive. Anyway, so the lid is solid opaque white with a what would you call that color? Salmon?
Yeah. Maybe, yeah, orangey, salmon-y.
Salmon kind of colored label. It's got a black ring around it. Has a fairly, I'd say, child looking. It looks like a child. Like,
Yeah, I gotta say, yeah, very young man. A
Very
boy,
young.
sure.
It's
A
very
boy.
much like that, like 50s-esque, kind of like Fallout style artwork, I think,
Okay, yeah, I could see that.
Like, gee willikers, mister, this sauce sure is bitchin', as the 50s kids used to say.
And that's what he has, a little speech bubble on him. It says, bitchin'. Chipotle bitchin' sauce. Bitchin' and spicy. Dip, spread, or smother on your favorite savory food. The almond dip. And I'm not sure why it says that on there. Maybe this has almonds in it.
Yeah, bro.
Boy.
You missed on that, really?
Wow. I did miss that.
You're about as sharp as a bowling ball over here.
No
Heath.
preservatives. Natural separation may occur.
It's made
That's
from some
even
other
more
types
creepy.
of nuts, too. Do you know which kind?
Well, I did notice that too. It says,
These nuts!
yeah, this is Adam's favorite sauce. Look at that. Because this dip is nuts. It says on the cover as well.
Yep. I didn't even know that when I bought it. I knew nothing about this when I bought it besides the name.
Yeah, I don't even understand like what a bitchin' sauce really is.
Bitchin'! I think they're just trying to say it's good.
Marketing.
Okay,
Yeah.
just marketing.
I have my thoughts, but
But it's also non-GMO, gluten-free, vegan, and
Oh, gluten-free. How nice.
I don't know what the K in a circle means.
that's Circle
Kosher.
K.
No
It means it's
ketamine.
sold at Circle K.
Probably kosher?
I think you're probably right about the kosher thing, actually. Well, without further ado, Tori, do you want to go ahead and lead us off with the spooky appearance? And I'll pass you the plate of mayhem over here that has the texture on it. You can get an extra close look for the spooky month of Sauce-tober.
Oh, wow.
Mayhem. Was that a subtle guide there?
What do you mean?
Mayo looking, mayo in texture.
No, that was
All right.
not at all, but
Okay.
good on you for trying to force a pun there.
Yes, I can, and I may, and I will describe this sauce here for you. And I think the pun is probably well intended, albeit in poor taste, but well intended.
Yeah, Eric.
I think it does look like a spicy mustard that someone threw a handful of gravel into.
A spicy mustard or a spicy mayo?
mayonnaise.
Oh, okay,
excuse
that
me.
makes more sense. Handful of gravel into.
Yeah, I mean, just judging from, there's a very, very thin layer on this spoon here that E was nice enough to prepare for us. And it is straight up lumpy. I mean, there is really no two ways about it. You look on the
Let's get a picture of the spoon,
the
too.
concave. Would that be the concave side?
No.
That'd be the convex side.
Oh, shit. I don't know this Stupid shit. But I mean, that is straight up bumpy. That is lumpy. That looks like it got chicken pox or something.
Scabies.
Chicken pox, or maybe the backside of a warty toad.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. That's apt. Yeah.
So there you have it. I mean, I don't think it's much more than that. It's certainly gloopy. It's gloppy. I don't think it would pass the Blizzard test if we gave it the test. I think it's runny enough to run.
Oh, for sure.
You did mention, Eric, that this is not served in our normal bottle, right? This is a very distinctly different container.
He did.
It's more like the BL French onion dip that we tried before. Closer to that container style.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah, but shorter. It's
Why
only
are you
about
making
1
that
inch
face,
tall.
Eric? This is the face he was just making, Tori. He went like, what was
Man,
wrong?
I need a picture for that for the show notes.
For the Instagram.
I'm going to start taking pictures of you, the faces that you make at me. Like, what is going on with you over there?
Yeah, I mean, so he says it's like the BL sour cream French onion dip that we tried before in the past. I think it was from season 1. It's a much shorter container. Like I said, it's only about an inch, maybe an inch and an eighth tall, and probably like a good 4.5 inch diameter. So
what kind of like flavors of gravel are you seeing in there, Tor?
Oh boy, I'm seeing certainly a little bit of road rash, probably some broken beer bottles, maybe an old cigarette butt.
What's the spookiest Halloween? This almost looks like if you made like some kind of like a pumpkin puree, I could see this.
Oh, there you go.
Like it's almost like if you made like a pumpkin cheesecake, I could see it having the same color.
Yeah.
The little flecks in it, you know?
The kids out going trick-or-treating, they had grabbed a handful of gravel on the road.
Can you imagine if like some kid came up to someone's door and they just squirted a shot of sauce in their bag?
And then threw gravel on you. You've been sauced and graveled.
I think it has a very yam kind of color.
A little Dixie cup full of... We should do that here. We should do that. Do you have Halloween at your apartment here?
No.
At your estate?
The estate does not. We block it off from all children.
Are you kidding
spooky
me?
Things, yeah.
Really?
No, we don't get any trick-or-treaters.
Yeah, that's what we ought to sit outside and just give out little Dixie cups and squirt sauces in them.
Oh, we'd have the police here in no time. Absolutely.
That would be fun, but yeah, we would get in trouble very quickly.
I feel like that's cute.
Hand out stickers to their parents, though.
There we go.
Well, we can give stickers to the kids, too, except for they'd be able to trace it back to us easier that way.
Yeah, make sure you hand it to the parents.
Right. A little sauce dipping. I like that idea, though. That's fun.
I like the way this sauce looks like there's like a bubble. I don't know if it's just a glob there or if it's like a air bubble that's just trapped and it's just cannot surface.
I don't think it's an air bubble. I think it's where I splattered it on your plate, but I see exactly what you're saying. It looks like it's getting ready to surface there.
But it's not. It's just perpetually held in this wonderful blob state.
Air is marinating within the sauce.
But yeah, I kind of feel like this is very yam colored. I feel like that sweet potato casserole with the marshmallows on top. And like when you take it and you like start mixing it, like if you have like some kid who doesn't really want to eat it, instead they're just like churning it on their plate. You get that kind of like color.
Wow, that's
and
a
look.
Disgusting mental image. Thank you for that, Eric.
It's different, yeah.
The color of the lid is exactly the color of yams, I would say, with minus the churning. And there's some white text on there, so it actually does kind of look like a little lone marshmallow sitting on it.
Yeah, it kind of does.
From my distant place across the table here. This is spooky Halloween colored, though, I will say, if nothing else.
Yeah, it is certainly orange. We said like a salmon-y.
If you look at it from a distance, it almost kind of looks like a jack-o'-lantern. Obscure.
If I squint real hard, sure.
All right, okay.
It has a Halloween feel with the touch of yellow in there.
It's spooky as hell.
That's certainly not what they're going for.
Maybe Adam says the kid looks like Michael Myers. Looks like a Michael Myers mask instead of a kid.
I did not say that. You're going to put that in the show notes like, Adam thinks to blah, blah, blah. You always do that. You always like subscribing these things to people and like, what the fuck are you? I always take those out. I'm like, what are you talking about, Eric? You're like, oh, Adam thinks radishes are made out of, fingernail polish. And it's like, where would you even talk about that? You whack-ass shit you come up with. What are you on, Eric, honestly?
That's exactly what I hear. Hey, if you don't want me to listen to it and write up the notes, I won't do it.
Barely do it anyways.
Oh, perfect. Sounds great.
Piece of shit.
Uh-huh.
But without further ado, let's go ahead and get on to our initial tasting notes. Tori, would you like to lead us off with this?
I certainly will, yeah. I thought it smelled like a Slim Jim, like processed meat.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, go ahead and give it a smell.
Wow. That is exactly a Slim Jim.
Yeah.
He nailed it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wow. I'm really... All right, it has that like spicy but like off smell too.
Yeah.
That does smell exactly like a... Not even like any just beef stick, like a Slim Jim.
It smells like a Slim Jim.
Specifically.
Yep. It smells, getting the nose in there. It's Slim Jim, dude. That smells like a Slim Jim.
And Slim Jims are 100% preserved.
Nitrates, yeah.
Yeah.
Salt.
And this is supposedly no preservative. So how interesting is that?
That's very interesting. I've almost never. I think that may be your best like nose notes thus far.
Wow.
Yeah. For me, at least. I mean, I'm in 115% agreement with it.
Wow. Well, I'm certainly glad I can bring that to the table and allow me. I tried it first, sans the chicken nuggets. So,
excuse you.
Pardon. Dino nuggets.
Dino nuggets. As we've upgraded now that we're growing as a podcast. You know, we're getting bigger, better. Our budget's increasing. Not really, because we still have no funding, but we can pretend. And we got name brand Tyson Dino Nuggets.
Dinos.
Give us your best roar, Eric.
Nice.
That was a good one. Sounded like a dino with a cold, I think. I don't know. Give it a little nasally. Got Adam's attention, though.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Jurassic Park's got nothing on me.
No.
They actually blended like a lion's roar, like I think it was like a sea lion's, like, you know, I guess roar.
Sea
I don't
lion
know.
roar.
They blended seven
there was an elephant in there too,
different
wasn't there?
animals to create the T-Rex roar.
Have you ever heard those, like, the sound that elephants make, like, in the jungle, that, like, deep vibrating sound?
No.
Oh,
Have you?
Yeah, I've heard of recordings of it. I haven't heard it in person.
Oh, okay.
He's on safari.
I thought maybe Adam was,
No,
Secret Lifetime.
Hey, shit.
Another life over there in Africa doing
God, I hate
African
you.
safaris.
Fucking worst. No, but they make that. That was one of the sounds they got. That, like, I don't know. You can't even. Humans can't reproduce it, but it's that real guttural kind of like chattering noise.
Doesn't mean you shouldn't try.
Yeah, really.
Perfect. Well done.
I don't know. It's too deep for humans to do. So, but it's got that scary sound that the T-Rexes always do first. That came directly from elephants.
Elephants. Nice.
Dang. Well, I mean,
how did we get on this topic?
yeah.
The Dino Nuggets.
Oh, Dino Nuggets. That's right.
So at any rate, I tried the sauce first without these said Dino Nuggets.
Well, yours wasn't a Dino Nugget though. You got something else.
I had a sea lion.
There you go.
Or
Seahorse.
Seahorse, yeah.
Perfect.
Right. Whatever. But yeah, it was obviously gritty. I mean, you could tell that by looking at it. But by itself, I thought it tasted distinctly different. And now I'm going to hit you with another home run. You guys ready? I'm going to flip your lid for a second time. Call me the lid flipper.
All right.
I thought that tasted like, without the chicken, mind you.
Okay.
Bread dough. If you had like bread or biscuit dough.
Yeah. I can't say I see what you're saying about that. I don't think I've ever had a bread dough that tasted exactly like this, but I see like the qualities that you're
It was like
coming
sort
from.
of yeasty, like sort of that.
Yep.
I get where you're coming from with that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I knew it wasn't appealing initially. I did the same thing after seeing you just dive right in and take a sip of it. I decided to do the same thing, and it was I couldn't place it. So yeah, bread dough,
like uncooked yeast or something.
Yeah.
I got some notes on some other
Or
comments for
uncooked
it.
flour.
I'll let you finish
something
yours.
like that. But on the chicken nuggets, I thought it was a little bit better. I didn't think it was head and shoulders better than what it was by itself. A skosh better, and I think that's credit to the chicken nuggets. I think that's credit to the medium, not necessarily credit to the sauce. Yeah, I'm not going to give you a rating, but I'm generally unimpressed.
Huh. That's interesting. What are your thoughts, Eric?
So yeah, I took a mouthful, like I had said, and to me, it had that grittiness to it. I thought my initial thought was take cream of corn and like blend it thoroughly,
What is it with you and cream of corn, dude?
because it has that like real husky, and then add a good nice handful of sawdust.
Husky?
Sawdust.
What?
Oh yeah,
Husky?
got
Well,
straight
hold
up
on a second.
sawdust.
No
on it.
gravel.
You're getting husk in your
gravel.
cream of corn?
Yes, corn doesn't really
You get husk
break
in
down
corn.
that much.
No, you get husk?
The skin of the kernels and the
Okay.
actual
You get
like
the kernels, not husk, though.
Well,
You're not
the-
getting a husk in your cream of corn, bro.
like the lower, deeper part of like corn on the cob, the stuff that gets stuck in your teeth. I guess it's not the outside husk.
I don't know,
but
bro. I got
like,
tight teeth.
it's the part where the kernel's like embedded right up against the cob. So maybe
Okay.
it's cob.
All right, okay.
Cornmeal.
I
You ever go to
I
like
know
a
what you're
chicken
talking
feed
about.
store?
It's definitely not husk, though. That's all I wanted to say.
Okay.
Husk is the green shit you peel off,
Right.
usually. I know you're a big fan of like outer coverings being incorporated into sauces, but all of the peel.
Well, you can certainly use those husks to grill with, wrap food into them, and then grill
Like a tamale.
like a tamale. Yeah.
Yeah, you do
Anyways.
that. It bears mentioning that our friend Big A got us some corn the other day, some sweet corn, and I think we all had corn for dinner for a while. And I peeled the one, and I was keeping it in the refrigerator per his explicit instructions because Big A is a connoisseur of corn. He's a cornoisseur.
He is a connoisseur.
And I peeled off the one husk, and there's just this little itty bitty worm at the very end, or I don't know what it is, a little bug, a little caterpillar looking thing, but he was frozen in time because he'd been put in the fridge. So he's like halfway curled up trying to gnaw on some corn kernels. So I just cut that little section off, but I thought that was kind of funny.
Nice.
Yeah, and if you hadn't, he would have gone to town on your counter, wherever you would have stashed him instead of your fridge. So yeah.
You think I'm stashing worms somewhere?
No, the corn.
Oh.
Anyways.
It does bear mentioning that anytime I talk about, I had this issue today. Anytime we talk about chicken nuggies, I never say nuggets. I always say nuggies or nugs. And every single time, without fail, my phone will autocorrect it to bugs or buggies.
Buggies.
And I'm like, no! I've never intentionally typed bugs into my phone. Never. And then when I tried to do it in the text to you guys to explain my frustration with typing nugs and having it corrected to bugs, then it misspells it as fucking buffs or something like that. And I was like,
buffs.
I can't fucking win. Goddamn
Boofer.
phone. But
Yeah, I think from here on
ado,
out, we're just going to send a snapshot, send a picture of a
piece of
bug.
chicken.
No,
Bug.
of a bug, and we'll just know
Bring
we're talking
bugs.
about bugs. We're going to have bugs for
But no, because if I want to send bugs, my phone will send fucking, I don't know, shrugs or something.
Bugs.
or hugs, but
Butts.
that'd be way too nice for you.
Let's eat some butts. All right, Eric, give us your tasting notes, piece of shit.
It had like this like off. I mean, it was like kind of creamy, but then just like this like weird offness where you had like yeasty. It sort of had like a tang. I guess there's a little bit of spice in there. You kind of got a taste of that Chipotle spice, but yeah, it was. I was not impressed by itself, and then I agree 100% with you. The chicken nugget made it a little bit better, but not something I'd go out of my way for. That's for sure. Very bizarre, very textury, and not good. Adam, what did you think?
It does say on here that, as it says, there's a dip, spread, or smother.
Wow.
We don't normally cover smothers here on Soft Spoken.
Wow. Yeah,
But
right.
it does say,
That's Halloween themed.
Dip,
That's what happens to
spread, or
people on Halloween movies.
Yeah.
I think it's smothered?
Some.
Okay. Maybe Kill Bill. It says smother on your favorite savory food, though. And I'm thinking, we did exactly that. Like, we didn't disobey the rules,
Right.
as we sometimes mistakenly do. This would classify nuggies or buggies, if you were, as a savory food.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. No doubt.
And my thoughts on this were kind of interesting because I'll say from the get-go, I really wanted to like this. Listener recommendation, obviously, which I don't know if he's ever had it. I just know he recommended it to me. Based on the crude name, probably. Potty Mouth Matt is what we always called him in high school.
Oh, wow.
Potty Boy M. But,
Somehow I can't believe that being any different from any other high school child. But all right.
no, we called him worse things than Potty Boy.
I'm sure you did.
As we all did back then. But no, for me, I think that the key thing to this, first of all, it has that signature naturally occurring orange color that I am a fan of that we haven't had in quite a while.
Right.
And I like the festive gravel inside of it. I kind of like that. It does
Did you
look
call it festive?
festive, yeah.
Okay.
It's Halloween.
Gravel. Yeah. What's wrong, Eric? Why are you smirking? I'm gonna fucking slap you. God damn it. What, Eric? What are you smirking about?
I can't wait for the show notes. Festive.
I'm going to murder
Festive
you.
gravel. Okay.
It's
go ahead.
festive, motherfucker. It's red and black flakes and a little pale or yellow fucking goddamn it sauce. And it's fucking orange. And I like the orange. And it's Halloween looking, motherfucker. What's not festive about that?
I like the way you're like forcing it on them. Like I'm sure if you went to like you go into like the store like, oh yeah, I'm really looking for that sauce. It's like a Halloween sauce. It's it's real festive.
Eric,
I'm
this
sure
is
they would
fall
be
color.
fucking
This
lost.
This is the epitome of fall right here. This color.
The epitome of fall.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
I'd love to sell it. Sell
I'm
it.
gonna
Go for it.
Fucking kill you.
Wow.
You're already pissing me off. You already geared me up because you failed me twice tonight. So you're already pissing me off. And now I'm going to straight up murder you.
Pissing
Well,
him
now
off.
that's in line with our theme here, our Halloween theme, murder.
Anyways,
Blood.
There you go.
Taking it on.
getting back to the sauce
Okay.
tasting. I thought this was distinctly reminiscent when I tried it of hummus. And I know, Tori, you're not a big fan of chickpeas, so I
Absolutely not.
avoided saying that because I didn't want to turn you off of it right off the bat. But to me, this is texture-wise and a lot of the flavor, this is like identical to like a looser hummus. And a lot of those, like, I think weird notes and stuff you're picking up on are identical to hummus as well. And as far as that goes, I would go so far as to say I almost don't see any difference between this and hummus. Like I said, it's looser, but I don't think there's anything that they're doing with this that you couldn't do equally with hummus. Like that Chipotle flavor, which I thought was tasteful. It had a nice, subtle heat to it that lingered a little bit in a pleasant way, I thought. And I thought that was at an appropriate level, but I thought the flavor as a whole was rather lacking. I got a lot of kind of citrusy lemon notes, and I got some of that Chipotle, but it was largely pretty bland. So to that end, like I said, I kind of liked it, but I wish they had turned the flavor up to 11. I think it would have been better. It was almost kind of drowned out by the chicken buggies. So I would almost rather have had this just on a piece of pita bread or something, or a chip maybe, to see how that was. Try it as a dip maybe. I don't know, because I feel like the savoriness from the buggies were just overpowering it almost.
Yeah, I don't think I could see that even being good on a chip or just by itself on pita bread.
Yeah,
not for me.
If I close my eyes, I'm with Torre, I would smell Slim Jims, but I would taste hummus. If you asked me what this was, it just gave me a mouthful of it, I would say hummus. And I put good money on it too. Because they make different types of... I'm thinking specifically of a roasted red pepper hummus, is what I can imagine. Right,
because you're getting a little bit of spice. I don't know, there's a... yes, I understand that hummus has a slight texture to it, but it's more uniform, I guess. I don't know.
Huh.
I think... Because it's chickpeas, and chickpeas can just break down to a very similar thing, where this has actual blended chopped nuts in it, right?
Yeah. I think the chickpeas become creamier too.
Yes.
They mush better. This, I don't think almonds mush very well.
No,
they wouldn't make it very far as sleigh dogs. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they don't mush very well.
Yeah, I got it.
That was a good one.
I liked it.
That was a good one.
As you can
I drink
you can tell it was a good one by the lack of laughter, the complete lack of any laughter whatsoever. Oh yes, very well done. Seth.
Alexa's having a hoot over there.
Oh, I meant to fucking bring that up earlier too, and I totally forgot. That was something I wanted to save for the show. Eric, you must be fucking stoked this week.
Uh-oh.
Because Amazon just unleashed their new little pet robot thing that can follow you around the house. It's like a little portable Alexa.
What?
You didn't see this?
No.
We'll have to pull this up. But go ahead and continue on with the rest of your thoughts there, Eric, and I'll pull this up.
Oh, yeah, I drink almond milk, and so, even almond milk recently has been kind of tasting a little bit weird, a little bit off. But obviously almond milk is just squeezed, pressed, and they take all that, mushed almond chunks and discard them, or maybe they use them for the sauce. Maybe they're very savvy. But yeah, it's weird. It's wacky sauce.
I just pulled this up here for you on the website, Eric. This is Amazon's Astro. It says it's a home robot, and this article is saying it's
no wonder you've heard about it.
Camera on wheels. Yeah, but this I did see this on the news the other day. This is I thought this might be something you might be interested in. It's basically just I think it's basically just a little portable Alexa thing.
Wow.
With eyeballs.
Creepy
looking.
Yeah, it's weird.
I think that's spooky as hell. I wouldn't want to see that thing in the dark. That's spooky. You ever see you ever be walking down or walking outside and you see the little glowing cat's eyes outside? That's what that reminds me of.
Yeah, that's a no thanks.
Yeah, I can see that being pretty whack. But I thought maybe you'd be stoked about that, Eric. It's a way to have a way to go even one step beyond Alexa, something that will follow you around and pretend to love you like a human.
Can it get you beers?
No, but there is instructions already online on how to incorporate it into a waifu pillow. So,
wow.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm making that up, but it probably is, to be honest.
If it had a beer gopher function or a fridge app, dude, I'd be all over it.
There are some I guess it has a little periscope that pops up out of the top. I don't know. It's all this wacky shit. It's nothing I have any interest in. So
yeah, as soon as it has an arm that can grab the fridge, open the door, grab yourself a beer, bring it to you.
Yeah.
Might be then maybe slightly interested, but not likely.
I was waiting for a crude comment from you, Adam.
Oh, the waifu pillow wasn't crude enough?
Well, you could have taken it a step further with the robot arm grabbing on certain things. I was totally expecting.
Expecting that too. Yeah.
I was trying to say they were going to incorporate a Roomba into it too and make it a little portable suck bot, but
wow.
I didn't quite go that far. But now that you asked.
Oh, boy. Thank you.
Welcome home, master. Engaging suck. Oh, boy. All right.
This is how we do not get anyone to back us.
Especially not Amazon.
Amazon.
Jeff Bezos is raging. He's purple right now.
That's why he went to space. He had to go to space and cool off.
He's not even part of the company anymore. He is.
He's still involved. He's not the CEO, right? So He's too busy on blocking NASA from doing actual work. So
Nice.
But without further ado, Eric, I think it's time we got onto your favorite segment of the show.
Nice.
The ingredients.
I'm sure they're going to be pretty whack in this. All right. Oh, it is. Hey, this contains almonds, which are tree nuts, and soy, in case you needed to know. It is water, grapeseed oil, almonds, lemon juice, soy sauce, which is water, soybeans, and salt, nutritional yeast. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's what's in that Marmite shit.
Nutritional yeast.
Yeah.
Oh. That's another reason why we don't like it.
Oh, come on. I like the sauce. It's just too subtle.
Garlic, chipotles, vinegar, tomato, smoked paprika, and other spices, sea salt, and onion powder.
Paprika.
Paprika.
You always say paprika.
Paprika.
It sounds like some kind of rap, like a Portuguese, or what am I thinking? Like
Puerto Rican.
like a Brazilian maybe rapper. Paprika.
Nice.
Paprika.
Mr. Worldwide. That's probably copyrighted. So that's it. Nothing really of a particular note there. I think this is supposed to be one of those like hippy dippy organic, Whole Foods obviously type things. So
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
I mean, you
makes
definitely
sense.
called the lemon juice, which was what ingredient 4? 3? 4.
I got a lot of lemon in that. I don't know what else you would really use this for though, kind of interestingly.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's whack.
I don't know. I could maybe see it in like some sort of artisan burger, like at a restaurant, and you'd be like, either it'd be really good, or it'd either make it, or it'd be like terrible, and you'd be like, what the fuck did they put on this burger? But
Interesting. I can't decide whether here's the problem I'm having with it. It's not quite bold enough to really stand on its own. Like I said, it might be not bad on like a pita or something like that, but it's also not like compelling. Like it's not like that BL dip, where I just love that stuff. I don't find that compelling in the same way at all. I don't find this compelling in the same way at all, I should say. I think it might be interesting to put it on something that was spicy, because I think it would cool it down a little bit and maybe get you some of those like creamier flavors, I don't know. But then I feel like the flavor that this is carrying on its own might get kind of washed out. I'd be more interested to try the original Bitchin sauce, which I'm suspicious is very much like this, just without that heat we had in it.
Wow.
Maybe that'd be more versatile.
even more like
Bland City, USA.
Even more like your reference to the hummus. Then it's bland. And
I think it'd be very much like hummus. Yes, which I think hummus is one of those things that's not really made to be eaten plain, though. It's kind of like a carrier for things, So I don't know. I don't know what like I said. I would be interested to try it. I wouldn't necessarily want to buy a whole nother tub of it. And I think it bears mentioning that this tiny little 8-ounce thing here was like $7 or something
you knew
like
that
that.
was coming.
Ooh,
Yeah, it was expensive as hell.
Wow.
honey ratio big time there. Right?
Although part of that, it might be cheaper in store if I had ventured to the distant and dangerous land of Whole Foods, but I threw it on that Amazon wish list. So yeah, I don't know. Hard to say.
Yeah.
But without further ado, let's stop over to their website, because it seems like they have a whole host of other sauces and interesting things on there. And I think there's enough on here that we can do our traditional crowd favorite rapid fire style. So let's hit it off with Tori first.
The original
Eric.
Bitchin.
Chipotle,
Tori.
Cilantro chili.
Eric.
pesto,
Tori.
Bombay.
Eric.
heat,
Tori.
Roasted eggplant.
Eric.
caramelized onion,
Tori.
Buffalo.
Oh, these are organic ones. Eric.
green onion,
Tori.
Green chili.
Eric.
spinach artichoke,
Looks like it, right? Oh, there's sweet choices. Jesus Christ. Tori.
Oh, there's an apple pie.
Tori. Eric.
chocolate.
Tori.
And last but not least, salted caramel. That sounds good.
Man, well, see, I
Some
don't
of
know.
the salted might be better.
The sweet ones sound okay. Like I like the thought of that, but to me, with like that grit or whatever, I'm not seeing it. But I'm not sure if these are almond based or not.
Oh, I'd say so. Since they're still got
Oh yeah,
almonds
they
in
got
the pictures
almonds.
around
Yeah,
them.
they do have almonds in the picture. So
What are you on?
Eric, my face is the one that is least facing the TV. I faced almost complete opposite of it, so I'm struggling a little bit to look out of the side of my eye. You cheese dick motherfucker,
Dingus.
you fucking dingus.
I like the way that one has.
God.
Actually, all those. Oh, there's sunflower. Actually, they have sunflower seeds in them.
I'm glad you're leaving the state this weekend, so I don't have to be around you.
Wow.
Just kidding. You're an integral part of the show, Eric. Sometimes. So I don't know if there's any of the rest of these you guys would be interested. Oh, there's an eggplant for you, Tori, your favorite.
Ew.
Roasted eggplant.
Yuck
I
sauce.
really like the way they have the ingredients like illustrated around the
art
like
style's
picture of the
cute.
sauce. Yeah, it's really cool.
I do like that. I think the eggplant would be very much like baba ganoush.
I've never had baba ganoush.
It's basically just hummus made with eggplant.
Yeah, that sounds interesting.
Yeah.
I've never tried it.
It's
Sounds like the grossest thing ever.
you're not really missing anything. It's
Still bland and kind of.
well, like I said, the thing about hummus is that it's not made to just be eaten like a soup or something. Like you're supposed to put it on other things, and a lot of those more ethnic type cooking styles can have some really bold flavors, and so it's a nice contrast. Like a nice something to go with it.
True. I mean, I really like hummus. I always get the, like you said, like the roasted red pepper, and I usually use Tostitos chips or like the just the regular tortilla chips, and I also use carrots. I like dipping carrots in hummus a lot. I think it's really tasty.
Yeah, I think that's a good call. I'm down with that. I think for me personally, one I would definitely want to steer away from would be the pesto. That sounds whack as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like pesto in general, but I don't need like almonds and shit in it. The one I would probably most like to try would be this bombastic sauce. It says a sultry blend of mild Indian spice, robust and aromatic.
Yeah, I'd be down for
I
trying
think
that.
that could play pretty well, actually. I would also be kind of curious to try this heat just because I feel like that, amping the flavor up a little bit more. Because my only complaint about this was really that the flavor was too subtle.
For sure.
I don't think I would try that caramelized onion either. That doesn't.
No.
That might be
appeal
that might be the one you put on top of that hamburger. Give it like that.
Okay.
Like onion flavors and whatnot.
Yeah, I
Substitute
could
for.
maybe kind of see that.
You're on the right track, E.
Thanks.
I don't know if I don't know. These seem strange to me. I'm not sure if these are meant to be like sauce alternatives to other popular dips that people like. I don't know if that's exactly what they're going for or something. Like this is like a vegan thing. I don't know. I'm not well versed with that enough to know.
Yeah,
So,
you got me.
Hard to say.
I also think it's worth noting that they're from Carlsbad, California, or out of Carlsbad, California.
Oh, in the caverns there. That's where they're brewing this stuff.
Yeah, well, say Carlsbad
Bubble,
Arizona.
toil and trouble.
Yeah.
is where the caverns are. So I don't know where Carlsbad, California is, or what that's like, but
Interesting.
Completely vegan. There you go.
All right. Well, I guess that answers that question. That must be what they're going for. These are like replications of popular dips and sauces and stuff that are they're vegan. But yeah, it does say here vegan on the website. So interesting. Let's see if they're soy free. They have that on the frequently asked questions. No, they contain soy. Uh-oh.
in the form of Bragg liquid aminos, whatever that is.
I actually wonder about that because I think Bragg is a brand of vinegar. Bragg's vinegar.
Oh yeah, it is.
Vinegar with the mother.
Yes.
So I wonder if it's maybe something like that, liquid aminos, and I don't know. I'm pulling that totally out of my ass. I'm like, we're going to steer away from that. But without further ado,
Let's get back to the robot talk.
let's get back to the robot waifu Suckbot. Activate Suckbot. Alexa, engage Suckbot mode. She's turned on now, Eric. Yeah.
Oh, you really
She's
turned her
accustomed to
on.
my voice.
I thought I turned her off. What the
Yes,
heck?
master. Engaging Suckbot mode. Please insert.
Yeah, we can edit that section out.
Nope, we're
Okay.
leaving it. But without further ado, let's get on to the ratings portion of the show. Eric, you want to go first with your rating?
Come on.
Sure, I'll be happy to go. I am going to... We're not doing a heat, or we are going to do heat?
I don't know. What do you guys think?
If I do, it'd
I
be
mean, it
very
says
low.
Chipotle on the front. I think that sort of implies.
Okay, let's throw a heat on there. I think I'm in favor of heat anyways, so.
Okay. I'm going to give this sauce a 3, and that's being kind, I think.
Brutal.
Yeah, it just did
How
not
could
hit
you?
with me. So, and then the heat-wise, I really didn't detect that much of it, either drinking it straight or trying it on the nuggets
rocks.
like we did, so on the bugs.
Straight or on the rocks?
Yeah. It's going to get a 0.5. I'll give it a half a point. So,
All right. Very neat. Tori, what about you?
Wow. Oh, boy. Well, I have a lot of things to say here. And first and foremost, I think your boy, Matt, signed you up for this sauce because he wanted to see you piss your money away because I fear that's exactly what happened here.
Do you want to shout out a fuck you, Matt?
No,
Oh,
no.
okay.
I mean, no, I think that's your job.
Fuck you, man.
Yeah, right.
You owe me $7 you piece of shit.
So I'm going to sign these guys up with this hideous sauce and let them try it. But yeah, the more we talked about it, the more I didn't like it. This hoity-toity full Whole Foods approach. Boy, that's an immediate turnoff. The price point at $7, insane, absolutely insane to have that type of blandness and that grittiness that wasn't good. I have nothing nice to say about this. It was lukewarm. I mean, from a flavor perspective, it was absolutely positively lukewarm.
Yeah, it was weak.
And yeah, I don't know. I mean, everything from, I think the label's whack. I think the taste is whack. The price is whack. I think it's all whack. I'm going to give it a $1.75 simply because it's edible on those chicken nuggets.
Damn. That's your flavor rating.
Yeah.
$1.75.
So is that what the cost? It's like the cost of the sauce should have been.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be a fair price for this.
Yeah, that would be more fair.
And what's your heat rating going to be?
Maybe half. Maybe a half.
Yep,
height.
just like me.
0.5, yeah.
Okay, very interesting.
Just enough to move the needle, so to speak.
Well, for me personally, I'm a little bit torn on this because on the one hand, I legitimately do like the flavor. And I am also a huge fan of those shitty Slim Jims. And
I like Slim Jims too, for the record, yeah.
Yeah, well, I can't say that the smell of them does anything for me necessarily.
True.
It's not a turn off either, I guess, is what I'm getting at. But I did like the flavor. I do like the appearance of this. I just kind of wish they'd been a little bit more bold with the flavors. I'm not sure if that's realistic to ask or not. I think, for me personally, I'm going to give it a 4, but I'm also going to give it a quarter point of a discretionary point, which is pretty low. And the reason I'm throwing that out there is just because I think that this is somewhat of a noble cause that they're taking to attempt to replicate vegan-friendly sauces for people that can't or choose not to eat things that aren't vegan, I guess.
What's it replacing? Let me riddle you that, Batman.
Well, that's kind of the other thing I was getting at, too, is like, I'm a little bit confused by some of their choices, and that's why it's only a quarter point, because I do think that they struck out there to make a wide range of interesting sauces that are vegan-friendly, which I think is cool, but on the other hand, pesto, eggplant, these are all things that are vegan already, unless I'm missing something, right? It seems like, why are they going after things that are already presumably vegan and doing them worse?
Exactly.
I'm a little confused by that. Now, there's some that seem legitimately interesting, like the Bombay one. I don't know if that has a direct analog to something else, but I'm thinking like maybe stick to that instead. Like I'm thinking like if you wanted like a buffalo sauce, for example, you can go buy some fucking Frank's. You know what I mean? And mix it in with, I don't know, hummus. I'm not gonna confidently state, but I think that would be vegan, right?
I would think so.
Yeah, I don't think vegan has eyes, or I don't think vinegar has eyes or a mum.
Yes, I'm a little bit confused on how that comes about. What the point of that is, And this one here wasn't bad. I like the Chipotle flavor, and but like I said, I think 4.25 is. I even think that's being pretty generous, to be honest.
That's super generous.
Yeah.
But like I said, I did legitimately like the flavor and the color and the texture, etc.
Even like the texture.
I like the texture better than I thought I would. I thought it was going to be. When I saw it, I was really scared that it was going to be like that Lee Kum Kee shit.
Pretty close.
It really was. No, I didn't think so. That was much like a softer chunk in there.
It's softer, but it's
that Lee Kum Kee was like crystalline.
True. I mean, we were like crunching on the sugar and salt because it wasn't cooked down as it should have been. Anyways,
back to this again.
You guys didn't do it right.
We didn't try that one right, but we love to always go back and
we did it the way that they told us to. I
wanted to like the sauce though. I think
I did too.
I like when sauces throw cuss words around. I think they better mean it, and like hell of a good dip is pretty good. You know what I mean?
True.
And I think that lives up to its name. But I think this Bitchin,
you know what?
It's far from it, man.
I think you're right, Tori. I'm going to subtract my 0.25 discretionary point. I'm back to a 4.
I mean, that's a bold statement to me.
You're right, because this is something that's coming out and they're saying, this sauce is bitchin', you know? They're taking a hard stance on this. And as we know on this show, you take a hard stance on something, you better be able to walk the fucking walk.
That's right.
I'm going to take back another fucking quarter discretionary point, 3.75.
Wow.
Taking it out, because you know what? If you're going to throw bitchin' on there, you better fucking mean it.
You better bring the noise.
You
bring
know
the
what?
Smoke.
And this is just so fucking mild and bland that I'm just like, how can you possibly have the balls to call us a bitchin' sauce?
Perfect.
The only thing bitchin' about the sauce was the price.
Wow.
Fuck
That's worth bitching at. That's for sure.
That is worth
maybe
bitching about.
Bitching about the sauce. That's what we've been doing, maybe. But
yeah, no, I really do wonder if they brought the heat on the heat level one too, like you said, back on all the different
I still need to get my heat rating too. I forgot about that. I'm gonna come in at a 1 because I did get some lingering burn at the end. I got nothing while I was tasting it. A little bit of lingering burn at the end. But anyways, Eric, you were saying.
Oh, I just think, maybe we just happened to grab the wimpiest of the bitchin' sauces.
Maybe.
The wimpiest bitch.
But I would think the original.
Oh, like a certain somebody.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that yet.
No,
Eric,
we didn't.
You little curly-handed bitch.
With a feminine step.
Powerlifter Amy, whose Instagram is famously known as... I'm just kidding. We'll cut that. We won't give it her. She has expressly forbid us to give her Instagram, to promote her Instagram. She's forbid us. She's afraid we'll take away subscribers
Good
from
chance,
her.
good chance.
She grabbed your wrist today, and you cried.
I didn't cry.
You had to go to a doctor and get x-rays. You said, "I got the widow wisdom."
I was shocked at
We
the
came here tonight. You said, "Toy, it still hurts. You can't make it better."
Oh, yeah. I'll give it a smooch.
I was shocked at how strong her grip was. And I suppose it makes sense that, she does powerlifting after all. Her hands have to be pretty damn
You're deadlifting,
strong.
bro. That's really good for your grip strength.
Yeah, it was amazing. Like,
Damn.
the amount of pressure she was able to put on my wrist with her grip was shocking. And then it continued to feel like, a little tingly and a little pain as I would like move my wrist for the rest of the day.
We'll have to print you off an HFR for that.
So, yeah, bitching.
Now we're bitching about that. Oh, that would boo boo. Oh boy. Well, without further ado, I think it's time for us to get on to another favorite segment of the show. We're going to do a little recipe.
Oh, yeah.
It's been a while. We're definitely due for one.
Eric, what do you think I'm going to do to you this week?
Whatever it is going to have some coffee grounds in it, because it's definitely
Coffee grounds.
going to be nice and textured.
Oh, I see. We're calling back to the, what was that? The
Back to our ceiling
sauce.
sauce, for sure, yeah.
No, Eric, I want you to go ahead and, keeping on with, you've got your hummus you made into a sauce from chickpeas, and we took almonds here, we turned that into a sauce. I want you to take chestnuts and turn those into some sort of a sauce or dip. What are you adding to chestnuts? First of all, how are you preparing them?
I'll do, you gotta have roasted chestnuts. Let's go a little more like towards the holidays here. Let's have ourselves
roasting.
That's
Right.
exactly open fire. Chestnuts are delicious. We're gonna do a
Jack Frost nippling at your nose.
We're gonna take a rip off of the Bitchin sweet sauce. So we'll do chestnuts and nutmeg and cinnamon and sugar. Need something to emulsify this.
Back up. So you're roasting the chestnuts.
Yeah.
Shell
Food
on, shell off.
processing.
Okay, so you're blending them up for a
Blending them
processor.
up.
You've thrown any liquid in
Shells
there?
on. We'll put the shells in there too.
On for texture. Roasted
Extra
shell.
fiber.
Actually,
All right, well, the listeners may either include or omit the
shells
in their copycat recipe, but go ahead. What, are you putting any kind of liquid in there to emulsify this at all?
yeah, we're gonna have to come up with something. Let me think here. What would be good? You know what? Let's add some pecans and some molasses and like a
molasses.
Like a pecan pie. Trying to think what goes inside a pecan pie filling,
Brown
no
sugar.
idea
Putting
what else
more
goes
sugar in
that.
this or just the molasses, you think?
It's gonna need something else. It's gonna need something else more liquidy. Probably like molasses and then a little bit of like
I know what you gotta add.
like
this is a
touch of heavy
Oh,
cream
I
maybe
think-
or something? No.
You're going the wrong way, I think.
Going the wrong way.
Condensed milk.
Oh, yeah,
that's
sweetened
not bad.
condensed milk could work.
I'm thinking another one, though, that I think you're missing out on.
Maybe make it the El Luce. You gotta do the whole oven thing. Make it into like a
Eric.
caramel. Oh.
Oh.
That's what I'm thinking.
Now you're thinking.
Yeah, for
I gave
sure.
Eric a side eye for listeners to the famous corner where we take all the pictures.
To the bar. So yes, we could also put some Jack Daniels in this.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Throw some bourbon in this bitch,
some
man.
Bourbon.
Yeah. Some
That'd be
beer.
a bitch and sauce.
Troy wants beer.
Put some Iron
need
City.
some Iron
Yeah,
City.
with some high quality beer in there.
So what do we got so far? We got chestnuts, pecans, molasses, bourbon. You want to throw some heavy cream or no?
Just a splash.
All right, splash of heavy cream to lighten it up. I think that would get you a color closer to this, more like a brown color,
And then
though.
once you add all that like cinnamon and sugar and nutmeg in there, it'll
There's some
make
brown
it
sugar, darken
yeah,
up a
brown
little
sugar.
bit.
Yeah,
If the molasses don't do it for you.
No, definitely gotta use brown sugar.
Huh. That's it.
I'm sure it'd
on
be
board
good.
with this, to be honest with you. I'm kind of on board with it. What would you like dip into it, though?
Well, you could put it on top of a pie or top of a pumpkin pie.
Yeah, let's
for
do
sure.
1-to-1.
But you could do
Dude.
I got an idea, too.
Me too.
Go ahead.
heck,
Okay,
put it
what's
on top
yours?
of ice cream even.
Marshmallows.
I was thinking cheesecake.
Oh, that's a home run too.
That's what I'm thinking.
Absolutely.
Like that real, that like kind of sickly, sweet, bitey sauce on some more bland cheesecake. That'd be real good.
And amp up the spice. Don't be afraid on that nutmeg and cinnamon. Really
Extra
make it,
nut.
and that bourbon flavor.
That actually sounds really good. I'll be
What about
honest
on
with you.
French toast for Christmas morning breakfast?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I don't think you did half bad this time, Eric. I think
Yeah.
that's a competent sauce, and
You
I'm
killed
glad
it.
you went with a different route than I'm glad you went the sweet route. I think that's a good choice.
Nice.
Interesting. All right, well done.
Well done, E.
You didn't disappoint me the way you normally do.
Wow.
Like I've done everything else tonight.
Yes,
E.
exactly.
Are you bitching about you next?
I already am.
He has been.
I didn't
Yeah.
need any encouragement. I've been bitching about him since before I even got here.
I'm
Before
sure
even
he
trying
was.
the bitching.
That's actually
on
not
the
true. I
drive
was
here.
actually singing your praises, I think.
Yeah.
I think it was. I think it was complimentary towards you.
Your love life.
You did good this past
life.
Yeah, I was. I was saying nice things about you on the way here, Eric.
Yep.
I will not be saying nice things about you on the way home.
Not me, though.
Call a piece of shit. You gave me one good week where you did everything I asked, and you fell by the wayside again.
Don't count me out yet. I can get back there.
You're okay. All right, but you already goofed for tonight, so
just a little bit.
All right. Without further ado, Eric, do you have any closing thoughts you'd like to share with us this week?
Yes. Another reason why.
Oh!
Another reason why I went Christmas with this thoughts.
Why are you pointing your hands?
Because you mentioned
winner.
Winner. Because it was like you and me are on the same wavelength or something here.
Oh, that's a dangerous
or
thought.
Amy, really more apropos here. Amy is my official Christmas countdown. So at the time of recording, it's 86 days to Christmas, people. And
I thought you were looking to kill yourself or something. I was like, where's
Jesus.
he going with this? That's it. That's all, folks.
So our listeners, when this comes out, it'll be like, I don't know what, like 72 or something like that, days to Christmas.
Okay.
Do not wait this year. Try and get yourself out there. Be a little more prepared, a little more proactive. Shipping is already a nightmare, and then we're this far out. So start thinking about it. This is a friendly little reminder. Christmas is going to be here before you know it.
That's right. It's already in the department stores.
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm really bad about last minute shopping.
Oh, me too.
I kind of really want to.
Shocking, I know.
Not me. I love it. I have everything wrapped under the tree, ready to go weeks in advance. I effing love Christmas. I get so stoked for it.
I love
you and
Christmas
Amy both,
too.
I think.
Yeah.
My thing, the thing I like about Christmas are like going home, hanging out, drinking some dark beer, having some cheese, having some of Sweet Mammy P's famous cocktail meatballs, some more cheese, some more beer, some little salty snacks and shit, And like I said, just hanging out in general, like
sometime by the first
presents.
you're praying you can fart, you can go use the bathroom, all that cheese.
I'm fine. My body regulates itself with dairy. I'm okay.
We
You're the
got
one
that
blasted.
lactose.
Yeah, cheese moves through me like a shark through butter.
Wow.
So
Okay.
for what it's worth.
And drawn butter.
So yeah, I'm not about that. I'm not about the whole. I'll be a Scrooge here, but I straight up don't like giving gifts.
Oh.
I don't like it. Like I would rather give someone one gift. Like that's all. If we get everyone just settle on like one gift, that's good. Because I don't like it when people are like, oh, I didn't get this person enough. I need to spend another $20 on some stupid bullshit they don't need. I hate that. Like, give one thing. I don't care if it costs $5 or it costs $50. Don't go more than that. But one thing is good. You can actually put some thought into it.
Wow.
Bah humbug.
Yeah, I'm with the whole putting thought into stuff, but it's okay to have more than one thought, too.
Yeah.
Nope. One track mind over here. But what about you, Tori? It's time for Touching Thoughts with Tori.
Sure. I got something for you here today. I want to talk about the concept of brevity and how brief things seem to be anymore, And hey, I'm not an old man, and I know you guys aren't particularly old men, but we've been around a couple of decades, and I know, at least from my point of view, that whenever a year passes by, I'm always amazed as to how fast it went, as opposed to the years prior to that. It's so brief. It seems like in the blink of an eye, we just started this show, and here we are 50 plus episodes in. So try to remain cognizant of how brief everything is and the brevity of life around us. So with that being said, next time you're hugging someone, hug for just a second or two longer, or if you have an opportunity to see a sunset or a sunrise or whatever the case may be, to take that in, just take a moment or two and enjoy those things, because you deserve it. And we love you, of course, and we're proud of you. And thanks for listening.
There was a really nice sunset the other day. I happened to wake up and I caught it just in time. And it was like one of those, I don't know what the deal is, but sometimes they're like perfect, That was really good.
I have to admit, I was on nostalgia lane there yesterday morning. I drove into the city early because I didn't want to deal with traffic, paid for my parking, and outside of the city because I'm cheap.
Oh, for
right?
your jury duty.
Yeah,
Okay,
for my jury duty. So I'm walking across Smithfield Street Bridge, looking at the sun rising. Beautiful, beautiful sky, all like pinks and oranges, and just, oh God, it was such a beautiful day. And I thought about all the times that I walked across that bridge for school. Years of walking there back and forth with a backpack on, or carrying notebooks, or carrying art projects, and
the cat's in the cradle with the silver spoon, the little boy blue, and the man on the moon.
It was wild. It was wild to just like, I was
when you coming
back.
home that I don't know when. Sorry.
It's a great song. It's a great song. Yeah, but the Art Institute isn't there anymore. I walked by it. I walked by the tattoo shop that I did all the signage for. That was pretty cool. Took a picture of that.
Didn't get a tattoo.
No, not yet. I would like to talk to
Not
them.
yet.
Not yet. Yeah.
Any day now, he's
Any
talking
day.
about his first
I'm on the
tattoo.
cusp.
Not yet, bro. It's a money thing right now, you know.
I owe the IRS $200.
Yeah, trying to run from the IRS right now, dog. They're getting me down. Hey, if you go to
I can
prison,
outrun
they'll
'em.
get you really cheap tats there, dude. This could be
Right.
a really good plan for you.
Cheap tats, 3 square, a day. You don't have to worry about rotten food or
Oh,
getting sick.
That's
or
true,
nothing.
dude.
Yeah,
That would
scrounging
be
for
like your
food from
dream.
leftovers.
You
Yeah.
get food given to you, free housing.
No errands to run?
Yeah,
Or
no house
Errands.
renovations to do. They take care of that for
You
you.
do have to do chores, but that's all right. I don't mind doing chores.
Is that so? I'm teasing.
Someone would make a sock puppet out of you, dude. Oof, I thought we were going with this whole thing, Tori, with the brevity thing. I thought what you were going to get was if you guys have a friend that talks as much as fucking AP does, old Adam over here, tell him to shut the fuck up every once in a while.
Because that's touching.
Right.
I'm going with a theme here.
Well, I always like to interpret your thoughts for you, so I like to mansplain them back to you.
Well, you can interpret them any which way you wish. That's up to you.
Well, this was a touching episode.
Well,
With all that being said, as always, thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll catch you next week.
oh no, it's the end of the show. Thank goodness there's several other episodes waiting just for you. Check out our Instagram. We like to have some fun over there. We post the sauce bottle pics if you're curious, and the occasional meme. That's going to be Sauce Spoken Official. Hey, despite our humble nature, we are accepting donations, believe it or not. Look us up on PayPal. That's going to be at Sauce Spoken. Hey, and if you like what you hear, grease those palms, babe. Lastly, roll up your sleeves and get into the nitty gritty at saucespoken.wordpress.com. We have show notes and details. Check it out. Share us with a family member or a friend. If you're enjoying it, I'm certain they will too. Good night.